everybody, my name is Shannon and you're watching another yarn. Thank you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Today's Monday morning. A lot of people hate Monday morning. This is the day we go to work. This is the day that our weekend is over. This is the day that drags on. Monday has a bad rap. Monday has a bad name. So I've decided in my own personal world and my own personal thing, I'm going to try to change that. And what I'm doing, instead of looking at Mondays and dreading Mondays and all the things that, that entails 5 more days till another weekend, right? I'm going to take it back. And how I'm going to do that is, this is my weekend review. This is, what did I do last week? Did I get things accomplished that I planned on? Did I set any goals? And what am I going to do next week? What's going on? I did write some things down last week. I had my little whiteboard. It's attached to the refrigerator right now. I don't have it with me. But just some goals, some things that I'd like to do. And let's see how well I did. The first one that is on there, because it has been just such a long, drawn-out project, is working on my 3-in-1 dragon. You can see the tail up there. I had a live and all the other pieces fell down. It's okay. He's okay. It's a stuffed animal. It's fine. So the dragon parts and pieces were pretty easy to make. A little bit of time, but those were pretty easy to make. It's the blanket itself that's taking a while. Of course, I say that, I still haven't done the wings. Yeah, okay. But it's the blanket itself. So this week, I didn't finish the blanket, but what I did do is I had all the ends, and I wove in all my ends of my blanket. So this is part of the project for the 3-in-1 dragon blanket. This is the crocodile stitch. It makes it look like dragon scales. And I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm maybe somewhere between 10 and 12 inches from being finished with the blanket. And I have to make sure I do the wings, and then I can assemble it and do a fantastic photo shoot, because I think this needs a fantastic photo shoot. It has been so long in the making. It really does. So my goal on this is to have it done by Halloween. I'd like to have it done sooner, but I think Halloween is extremely doable. But as you can see, all my ends have been taken care of. And that is a project in and of itself. So that's pretty cool. So I feel really accomplished on that. I didn't get a whole lot done on row wise, but I did do things that needed to get done with it. So that was good. So that's one of the works in progress. How about a finished project? Yes. So if you've been around for a while, man, I am a mess today. If you've been, sorry, if you've been around for a while, you know I got called out on making socks. I give out about 10 pair of socks, hand knit socks, every year on Christmas time, between birthdays and Christmas. My children, their spouses, the list has kind of grown, so it's about 10 pair. And as of August, I didn't have any done. So I'm really pushing to get a pair done every week to every week to a week and a half. And I was able to finish that. Look at this. Yes, there you go. I got that done, right? So, okay, there. So you know that I'm not fibbing. I'm not telling any stories. And the ends are woven in. I put in the sock blocker just so you could see the gorgeous colors. This is an ice yarn. It's the second time I've used this. I got this particular skein on Amazon because I like the colorways. Paid a lot more than if you were to go to Ice Yarn and get it itself, probably even with shipping, but there you go. It is what it is. So I got a pair done. Ooh, storm's coming in. I can hear the rain. Don't know if you guys can, but I can hear it. So really happy with that. And in typical fashion, I have multiple knitting bags and crochet bags, right? Anyone who's a crafter, you know what I'm talking about. You'll have one in the car, you'll have one at the house. My mom used to always have a crochet bag even next to the toilet. I mean, hey, that's, you do you. But point is, you have one everywhere you're gonna be, and I do too. So this is another colorway, oops, I am working on. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can see I'm doing 2 at a time. No, they're not connected. This is that's a cute look. But I just want to just show you that I am working on 2 of them at the same time. I've decided to go from both ends of the ball, which is interesting on this because I got a bit of yarn barf. It's all right. It'd be fine. Doesn't bother me. Evidently, YouTube tells me and internet tells me this should annoy the living crud out of me and I should complain to anyone and everyone I can think of. Whatever. Life's too short. It's never bothered me. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm going to do something a little different. My husband claims about every pair of socks I make. I mean, he has definitely claimed this pair. He really likes the colors. It reminds him very much of German colorway. We met in Germany. I wasn't even 21 when we met, right? We met so many years ago, and we were married 32 years. So yeah, that makes sense. And he loves that. So in the ball form, I showed him both, and this is what that one looked like previously. That's, you know, the end of it in the ball form. So that's what that one looked like. Not the pink, that's the dragon. And then this one here, you can see the colorway, right? So really very much, what a mess, very much in his wheelhouse on colors. And I asked him, you pick out the one you wanted. So he insisted this. So, you know, I was gonna make him anyway. So I made those. And then he saw these. And in typical fashion, he's claiming these. It's a game. It's what he does. So what I was looking at is I'm going to make them into Tabi socks. If you're not familiar what Tabi socks are, they're the toe socks. Tabi is a type of a shoe that you can wear in martial arts, things like that, right? And you can also use the toe socks if you're wearing flip-flops. That's where a lot of people would normally think of that. So the big toe is separate from the rest of the toes, and I haven't made him a pair of those in a while, and he really loves those. In this color really does scream him. So I think I'm going to do that. What that means for me personally is I do more try-ons with them, so it's not really a surprise, because if you're going to put that much work and effort into it, especially when you're putting the toes on there, you want them to fit. You want enough room for each one of the toes. And one of the other things too is you want it to where the toe itself is going to fit right here and not up here. You know, that would be uncomfortable, at least in my world, right? You know, you have that part right here, you're constantly trying to pull it down. Or if you have too much fabric and you make the toe too long, it would be the same if you were making gloves. Or if you're making gloves, you want all the fingers to be the same. You know, if the crease for your pinky is right here as opposed to down at the bottom, that's an annoying fit. You'd constantly be tugging on it. So on those, since I haven't made them a pair in a while, I don't have the toe decreases memorized for doing that. It is a little different because you're doing a right and a left, and they are a distinct difference. That's okay. He's worth it. I'm going to do it. So that's going to be his pair. It'll take a little bit more. He's worth it. And then if you saw my opening that I had from Little Knits and you saw how excited I was with those gorgeous colors, oh yeah, I picked another color. I cast on with that. So I've got it on my sock blockers too, so you can see how it's working out. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This just reminds me of sherbet. The wash look, I'm making a big mess. The wash look of it is stunning. Look at the colors. I mean, oh, that's just gorgeous. I think that is stunning. And doing that sock form, oh my gosh, these. I had a hard time picking which colorway I wanted to use first. Yeah, I think the girls are going to love these. Don't know which one's going to claim them first, because the girls are, you know, as bad as my husband on wanting to claim all of them because, hey, they're pretty and mama made them. So that color, I do have the ball band for that one. That's Heritage Prints. And Heritage Prints is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. This color number, the color number is 125. You can see the ball band, right? And that looks very much like what I'm coming up with. It is a number 1. They call it a super fine. 100 grams, 437 yards. It is a sock weight. They're recommending using size US 1 to size 3. I knit my socks on 1s. I like the way that they feel. I like the gauge of those. And the reason I'm bringing this one up is I think Little Knit still has them. $6.99. These normally go for $13.50 to $14. If you do want some, you are interested, once the colors are gone, they're gone. The Heritage Prints are a limited color run, and it is what it is. So that's why I jumped on it. I do have other sock yarns. I do have other things, but the colors just absolutely get me. That price point, I couldn't resist. So I got 4th pair of socks done, 2 more pairs on the needles. Yes, I'm excited about that. So that's, to me, is a lot of fun. So if you saw my Friday video, my son's Fun Size Friday video, you saw the cute little miniature turtle. I did that in hot pink sparkle and light pink sparkle. And if I can grab a picture, I'll pop one up. It's going to have to be from my video because I don't have any other pictures. And my daughter's already taken it. And if you saw that video, you know that I made that to match the turtle that she has that she got on vacation. And what I didn't know, or I didn't remember, is their turtle's name was Kevin. So she got the turtle in a gift shop, something along that line, and came back and was like, Mom, can you make one of these? So now Kevin has a friend. I showed it. It was my own fault. I showed it to her. I should have waited. I should have waited until I did this video before I showed it to her, and then I would have had it to show. But there was no way I was going to wrestle it back from her. So that's another finished project that I'm proud of. And then for the Scrubby Sunday and making the washcloths, I made my goal. Oh, I'm excited. I am. You know, it might sound just kind of like, you made a couple washcloths. No, I made a couple washcloths every week, and that is my goal. And every week that I meet that goal, it's just exciting. You know, no one's telling me I have to. I have absolutely no outside pressure to do so. It's my internal. It's something that I have put upon myself to do. 1 stitch counts, but evidently I want a whole lot more than 1 stitch, right? So I got my washcloths done. And this was the I Love This cotton yarn. And I'm excited about that too, because this was stuff that when Hobby Lobby does its reset and its clearance, and these gorgeous colors, they'll mark things down 75%. And this was some of the stuff that I got there. And this bin right here is majority cottons. And it's nice to be able to go through some of the things that I have. You know, these 2 cloths took all but a few yards of the yarn. So I went through a full ball. That's exciting. That's one more thing that I've used, not just collecting, not hoarding, not keeping to collect dust, you know, that type of a situation. I'm going through my stuff. Yes, it's easier to buy than it is to work through, but I'm doing it. And that's exciting. And I found a cause that I can give these to that they appreciate, and it'll make a difference. So that just makes it even more fun and exciting to me. So next week, I'm hoping to continue to get a pair of socks done. We'll see how that works because neither one of those are really far along, but finish a pair of socks. Get some measurable difference done on my dragon blanket or the wings, either one, right? Because I don't have the wings done. I'm really regretting not doing those. I was really hoping that once the blanket was done, I could just sew everything together. So I'm really regretting my choice in starting the blanket now because I just don't want to go back and work on those wings. So I'd like to get some progress done on that. And then, oh, I have something else. I do. I have been doing work getting prepped and ready. I talked about some mitts. Look at this. Yes. Isn't it exciting? You're like, what? It's 2 cakes of yarn. Exactly. It's 2 cakes of yarn. I wound it, which means once it's wound, it's closer to being used. I know it was the other night. I wanted to start them. I wanted to cast on either the hat or the mittens with the yarn, but it wasn't wound yet. And I'd have to move a couple things around to do the winding. And if you didn't see, what I'm looking at making is this right here. Isn't that pretty? It's called the Bumbles and Mitt Hat by Juniper Moon Farm. It's using the Patagonia yarn, the organic wool yarn that I have there. And isn't that pretty? So you can really see here with the chart, it has the bees on the one side and then these flower looking things on the other side. So I'm excited. This has been in my stash for a little while. I just took it out of the bag. Not as long as a lot of things, but I just took it out of the bag and it really, really excited me and I wanted to make it. And well, when it's in its cake format or a ball format, it's not so easy to cast on. So I consider this a whip in progress, right? I did it. I wound it. It's ready. So that's exciting. So hopefully I'll cast those on soon and you'll get to see at least a cast on, right? Anyway, I am excited about this. I hope you have enjoyed this journey. What have you created? What's your one stitch? You know that's all that matters, right? You're making progress. You don't have to do the amount that I've done. It doesn't matter. And you might look at this and go, wow, that's a lot. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people I look at and go, wow, that's a lot. So don't compare to anyone else. You're wonderful the way you are. You really are. One stitch is progress. Whether you're in a funk or you just can't do it, work, job, stress, kids, doesn't matter. You're enough. Everybody, you have a great day. Enjoy your week. It is spectacular, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.